nature show where they just show you a whole heap of different buildings around the world and they go into detail about how they've been built, which probably sounds really fucking boring. But it's, I like shit like that. It's well presented and it's nice to wind down to. Other shows I've watched lately are Somebody Feed Phil, which is on Netflix. I love that show. It's a food show. I like foodie shows, food and travel shows. I'm big on living vicariously. Other ones I've written down are just ones that I've watched like semi-recently, but not that recently, but I did really enjoy them. Queer Eye, I love Queer Eye. I love Jonathan. Oh my goodness, Jonathan. I love Love on the Spectrum. Oh, that show is so heartwarming and so inspiring. The people on that show, if you don't know, they are all on the autism spectrum, and it's like a dating show. And the thing that I really enjoy about shows like that is how it shows such different perspectives on love and life and just things in general, and all these people are so awesome, and yeah, they're just really cool people. I like seeing them go through the world and experience things for the first time. A lot of them have this idea of what love is, or what they want it to be, what they want from a partner, and it's really awesome to see some of those dreams realized. I don't know, it's a really warm, fuzzy show. I love it. I like The Great British Bake Off. I've watched that for years, and I love it. Again, a food show. I'm here in New Zealand at the moment. My Kitchen Rules. It's like just a trashy reality TV cooking show where they all go to each other's, they call them instant restaurants, at their houses, so the team will like cook in their own home and host the whole rest of the cast, contestants, that's the word I'm looking for, and the judges in their home, and then they progress from there. It's more of a nostalgic show for me because I watched it when I was a kid, and one of the judges is the same judge. Manu is the same judge who's been on it since I started watching it, so it's nostalgic for me. The next, I have a lot of other shows I could go into, but we'll be here forever. The next question is, who are your favourite YouTubers? I watch a lot of YouTube. I love watching YouTube. At the moment, I like Bailey Sarian. She is a pretty famous YouTuber. If you don't know her though, she does murder, mystery and makeup Mondays, where she does her makeup and talks about true crime, which is a mood. And she does dark history, which is also really interesting because I like her way of presenting, I like her personality, and I can also learn something at the same time. I like Shane Dawson, maybe controversial because I know he got cancelled a few years back, or whatever. I've watched him since I was a kid, like for so long, for like over a decade, and he's a comfort YouTuber for me. Yeah. And I love his family and everything. I think they're so cute. Good Mythical Morning. I've also watched Good Mythical Morning for many years. Rhett and Link. Also comfort YouTubers for me. No. The others don't. Not for any particular reason, but like, I don't know, I just think it's a bit weird for me to just be like, hey, I've got an ASMR channel, with like fuck all subscribers at the moment, can you go watch me and subscribe to me? No, but like, I don't know, it's whatever, it's not like I'm hiding it. If it came up a conversation, that's fine, but I'm not going out of my way to tell them, sort of thing. What made me start a channel? I love ASMR. I love ASMR so much, and I watch it every night, or listen to it every night to fall asleep, and I just thought I'd like to give it a go, and then I found out that it actually relaxes me to make it, so that's a real bonus for me. What first got me, you, I don't know whether to say you, like how the question's written. What first got you into ASMR? When I was, I think like a young teenager, I was hella going through it. I was really struggling with my mental health, and I was super anxious, and I just searched in YouTube something like help with sleep, or like relaxation for sleep, or something like that, and it was either a gentle whispering or a Heather Feather video that came up first. I can't remember which one I watched first, but I was like, transfixed. I was like, oh my god, this is so relaxing. This makes me feel so safe and peaceful, and I've been hooked ever since. I love ASMR. What colour socks are you wearing? Are they matching or odd? I'm wearing blue socks. If I show you, is that weird? Yeah. They match my outfit. Yes, that was a conscious choice. And they're matching. Why would you not wear matching socks? I don't know, like, that's not a judgment. It's just like, why? What countries would you like to visit? I have always wanted to visit Japan. I do think that certain things about their culture are extremely problematic. I do think that's probably the case for every country though. But I like the mixture of like really rich history with like modern innovation. Next question is favorite clothing stores. I really like Dangerfield. They're an alternative clothing store. They have several different brands within the store, and I think they're only in Australia and New Zealand, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, their clothing is expensive, but it's so cool. It's so freaking cool. So I like going there either as like a special treat, or I check their clearance section, because sometimes they have some really good deals there. But yeah, other than that, it's like you never know what you're gonna find. It's like a little bit of a treasure hunt, which is sometimes disappointing, but sometimes, you know, when you get a win, you're like, shit, yeah, that was cheap, and I'm helping the environment, and I'm slaying. So, yeah, that's probably my other favourite, which isn't really a store, but it's more a genre of stores. Okay, next. Do you have any pets? I do. I have a little dog. Her name is Mishka, and she is a black German Spitz. You might have seen her on the channel before, getting a brush. She certainly needs it because she's very floofy. I also have a cat, but she's she's like, I don't know, I don't really consider her mine because she was a pre-established pet before I got together with my partner. So yeah, she's less of my pet. I'm not a cat person. I would never have a cat as a pet by choice. I did when I was a kid because that's all I was allowed. I always wanted a dog and I was never allowed a dog. Mum always said no. But I'm very firmly dog over cat sort of person. Yeah, but I tolerate her because she's part of the family. What are your favourite books to read? I don't read a lot. At the moment I don't read at all. I occasionally will pick up a book. Usually at the moment it's an ebook just because that's more convenient for me. But it's not because I don't like reading. Like when I get into a book I really enjoy it. But it's more finding the time and the motivation to actually like sit down and commit to a book. But when I do read, I much prefer non-fiction. Like I like to learn something while I'm reading, so it'll just be whatever subject is interesting to me at that time. Whatever I feel like researching or learning more about, I'll read something on that. Do you watch anime or manga? My immediate thought to this was no, I don't. But then occasionally I do watch Pokemon. Because my partner's obsessed. And sometimes he'll watch the series, or him and our daughter will watch it, and I might just be in the room watching it. Like, I don't go out of my way to watch it, and I don't sit there for very long. But occasionally I watch a little bit of Pokemon series. Yep. Yes. If you're a fan of Pokemon, my partner was very upset to hear that Ash was leaving, and Pikachu. It was a whole thing. It was a whole moment for us in the household. But so far he's enjoying the new series. What's your biggest fear? This is kind of a deep one. I am afraid of like natural disasters. Like that's like a surface level fear. But on a deeper level, I'm trying to think how to word it. I'm afraid of dying before I've reached my potential. Like dying before I'm like living as my most authentic, actualized version of myself. Like underneath all the conditioning and the bullshit, I really want to get there. I want to make it there and then I can die. Next question is goals for your YouTube channel. So I don't really have any set goals for this channel. Obviously biggest achievement so far in life? Another serious answer. I would say surviving anorexia. I had some form of eating disorder from age 18 to 22. 18. 8 to 22. That's a large chunk of my life there. And yeah, during that time it was different forms of eating disorders, but the hardest one for me to beat was anorexia. Anorexia stole like 8 years of my life, at least. It was horrendous. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But yeah, I'm now 4 years in recovery, and that was a huge fucking achievement. I tell you what, that was huge. Favorite movies? I actually don't have any favorite movies, like no specific favorite movies that I will go back to and watch or reference or that necessarily come to mind with this question. It's not that I don't like movies. I love going to the cinema. Like, I love that immersive experience of sitting in the cinema and just like for 2.5, 3 hours, whatever, that film is like your whole world. I love that feeling. But like at home, watching a movie is not my priority. It's hard for me to stay focused because I have so many other things trying to capture my attention. So I'll usually watch a TV show that I can just, switch on, switch off. But yeah, the most recent movie I went to see at the cinema was that new one with Emma Stone, and I can't remember the name of it, but I know her character name is Bella Baxter, I think. That stuck in my mind. I loved that movie. I thought it was so dope. I love art house films like that. Yeah, it was great. I did have to shut my eyes for the gory bits because I cannot stomach gore, but apart from that, it was a good movie. Did you get your wisdom teeth removed? No. I'm very wise. Still. I actually think maybe this top one is still to come through. And sometimes it gives me a little bit of pain. Fingers crossed I don't have to get it out. But I think all the rest are out and just chilling. And from memory, this person said they were scared. Or actually I think they said they were terrified to have it done, to like go to sleep in the dentist chair, and honestly I don't blame you. 'Cause same. So no, and hopefully I don't need to. Hopefully we're good. Do you play any musical instruments? Yes and no. I have a djembe drum, African drum, and I actually have a mini one for my daughter too. It's so freaking cute. And we will occasionally just have a jam session together on those. But with no real skill or anything, it's just more for the enjoyment of drumming. I've done a few drum circles, and it's just such a spiritual sort of environment. It's very meditative. I love it. But other than that, no. I wish. I do sing. I sing, and I love singing. When I was a kid, I played keyboard, guitar, and like a drum kit, a full drum kit, very briefly. For all of those, guitar was for the longest. That was for like a couple of years, I think. But no, I wish I could play a cello. because I just got really stressed about getting perfect grades, which is so stupid looking back, but at the time it was very all-consuming. I was really anxious and perfectionistic as a student, and I think cooking and art and photography just let me be. Like, it let me release those kind of anxieties during my schooling. But yeah, thankfully I've grown from that, and now I'm not like that. But at the time it was really stressful, so I didn't like most school's subjects, but I liked those. What types of music do you like? I like a lot of different kinds of music. I think if you hit shuffle on my playlist, there would probably be something for almost anyone's music taste. Except for maybe like hardcore country, or like screamo, like death metal. I don't know, but like most other things. I like music from like the 70s. I like Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, which I got to see both of them in concert, and that was amazing. Queen. I like Elvis. I like music from that era. I also am really into Greta Van Fleet at the moment. Like, if we're speaking about more modern artists, they have a similar sort of sound to that sort of era of music, which is really cool, and I'm going to go and see them later in the year, which I'm really looking forward to. I also like some pop artists, like I like Sam Smith. I got to see them in concert. They were amazing. They slayed so hard. Troye Sivan, I'm really liking his music at the moment. It's a vibe. I like Billie Eilish, Lana Del Rey, Aurora, Sampa the Great, Little Sims. Those are a few of my favorites at the moment. What ASMR channels do you watch? I watch a lot of ASMR. Pretty much every night to fall asleep, I will listen to ASMR in my little wireless earbuds that get lost in the bed all the time. I wrote down just a few of my favourites at the moment. I like Tip of the Moon, Luna Nate, Reiki in the Rose Garden, The Rainbow Veil, Loving Hypno ASMR, Michael the Modern Healer. Those are all kind of like Reiki or healing sort of creators. I find that sort of energy healing or really like compassionate speech, a loving message that they're conveying across, I find that so relaxing, so therapeutic. Those are definitely some of my favourites. I also like Chill With Me, Hannah B, and Caroline Easom. Okay, so I found Caroline on Instagram. I was watching her comedy shorts on Instagram, and then I found out she had a YouTube channel and that she actually does comedy ASMR, which I didn't realise I would like so much. I love her humour. I think it's hilarious. There are lots more, but those were just a few that I jotted down to give you some examples. The next question: what is the safest way for animal control to catch a big bear loose in the neighbourhood? This is obviously first question. And I would like to preface by saying that we don't have beers in New Zealand, so I don't actually have any experience or knowledge about beers, specifically big beers. I didn't realise that animal control would be the ones to deal with that situation, although I guess it makes sense. But like I said, here in New Zealand there's no beers. Animal control might deal with a cow, and that's maybe the craziest thing that they would have to deal with. It's mainly like cats and dogs. Mainly dogs, I'd say. How can you control a cat? I'm not really sure. So yeah. Gosh, I don't know. What do they like to eat? Could you like set up a trap with something that they like to eat? And then you could like corner them. And then use one of those blow darts. You know, like you blow the dart through and then it hits the animal and they just go to sleep, like it drugs them. So then you could relocate the beer. I don't know. That's my best guess. Okay. Obviously don't hire me for that job. Speaking of, what is my dream job? I would love to be a restaurant reviewer. You know, like the really intimidating ones. The ones that when the head chef finds out that they're coming in, they're like, oh, so-and-so's coming in, like, make sure everything's perfect. Let's bring out the best champagne that we have. Let's make sure the food is absolutely top-notch. We want to impress this person and get paid for it. Yes. I love food. I love bougie food and restaurants, but I can't afford them, so problem solved. But actually, also I just wanted to say that I actually, in a way, have my dream job at the moment. And I never thought I'd say this, like I wasn't someone who ever wanted children when I was younger. But something changed and I had my daughter, and being her mum, like a stay-at-home mum to her, is currently my dream job. Like, as cheesy as that sounds, I love it so much. I love her so much. She's amazing. I love watching her grow and nurturing her through that process, and yeah, and I hope one day to homeschool her. So yeah, unfortunately you don't get paid. You don't get paid for for being a mum. But right now, that's my dream job. It's fucking awesome. I love it. It's hard as hell, but I love it. Where do you see yourself / life in 10 or 20 years? In 10 years, I will be 36, just for reference. I would like to be, like I spoke about earlier, I want to be more self-actualized. I want to be more close to that ultimate goal. And what comes